Freedom or independence means that our lives are shaped by personal priorities rather than external constraints or social pressures. It means we are able to follow our deepest own values and exercise our judgment even when others disagree or disapprove. To maintain independence, we must recognize our natural human tendency to assimilate, to gradually conform our ideas to those of groups or leaders that we like. Independence. Independence is a freedom from the control, influence, support, aid, or the like of others. Being an independent person is a very big responsibility. It should be given a right action because freedom should not be abused. In our society today, there are some people who are independent. Example of these people are students. Some choose to live away from their family because of some reason. And now, let's watch the one-on-one interview with an independent student.
So good morning. First of all, thank you for lending your time to have an interview with you. I would like to introduce myself. So good morning. First of all, thank you for lending your time to have an interview with you. I would like to introduce myself. I'm Dane McKevin, second year, taking up Bachelor of Science in Civil Engineering in TUP Manila. So before we start the interview, can you tell us your name and something about yourself?
Okay, my name is Alpha Del Atienza, and I am studying at Adamson University, taking a Bachelor of Science in Education, major in English. Yes. And what can I say about myself? Aside from that, I am already not so young. still, still an adult, of course. About myself, well, I am an independent person. I just live on my own, as well as studies, and I also work. Hardworking and very patient to the children, and I'm not that really dominant, but I just make things. That whenever I do, I just make it perfectly, no flaws or something.
Yes, so you mentioned about independent. Can you please define the word independent or independence on your own words?
Okay, independence. Independent. The fact that the meaning of independent is just only one.
Yes.
Doing things alone. Well, I must say to myself that I am alone. I am here in the dormitory staying.
Yes.
By my own. I study and I work. I just do things alone. So when you say independent, it's just you alone.
Yes,
Doing your
anything alone.
right, the errands and responsibilities, tasks, and so many things like that.
So you're living here in the dormitory, right? So
Yes.
whose decision have influenced you to stay here?
Oh,
Is it because of your studies, friends, or you just want to separate from your parents?
I don't think that my parents have the influence to have me here alone. As you may know, we have a broken family, and from that time that we grew up together with my aunts and my grandmother, it all began as to be an independent person. Well, who influenced me here? It was first my sister, because she she first stayed here in the dormitory, and then later on, when it's my time, when it was about my time to study here in Manila. So she told me maybe we could stay together. But later on, she has a work in near Makati, so she had to transfer. So until now, I've been staying here alone, doing things on my own.
So nice. Kind of about living on your own. So, of course, you did some adjustments, or then what did you do to adjust or adapt in a new place and you don't know anyone else?
Well,
Aside from your sister, of course.
I'm a very flexible person. I forgot to mention that to you. But then, I am adopted to different places. As you may know, I have worked before in different places, and since I started working, I never had my family with me, except from that time that my sister was here, and so we had the same room, but it was just only for a short time. I was already oriented with that in different places with different works that I had. So I guess it's just about knowing people's differences, and you do some adjustment for them. For example, if they want to go to this place, if
Go with the flow.
oh, it could be, but there are times that you must say no to them because you are busy. But you have to be honest with them. Honesty, the trust,
Yes.
and most of everything is that you trust also God, because you cannot trust people very easily.
It's the most important. You have to trust the people surrounding you.
Yes, exactly.
So you encounter difficulties here, right? So can you share at least one problem that you faced, and how did you face it, or how did you solve it?
Oh, I guess it's something with my roommate before. My roommates were very respectful to me because I'm quite an older to them, and there was this one time that they didn't tell me that they were going somewhere else, and so I waited for them, and it took me until 1 a.m. but they haven't arrived. As you may know, here in the dormitory there's a curfew at 12
Yes.
12 midnight, but they didn't. They didn't arrive on time, so I waited for them, and I got angry because
Of course you would.
definitely I would be
Yes.
angry with that situation because
Waiting for nothing.
they didn't say that. Oh, at the Alpha, I'll be late and blah blah blah. Thinking that Manila is not that safe because you know about the bandits and the
Yes,
robbers,
Manila, yes.
and it's dark at that time. So I was nervous for them. That concern, was quite understandable for the other people. But for them, I told them, and I was honest to tell them that you should be careful with yourselves. Your parents are not with you.
Yes.
It is just only me. And well,
Just guiding them.
yes, I did guide them. And from that time, they felt so bad. But with that argument, or that small problem was solved because I had a talk with them. Communication is still the
Yes,
best.
it is important to talk personally with a person.
Exactly.
Yes. So, are there any advantages living here?
Advantages. Oh, aside from my school is very near,
Yeah.
it's only a walking distance, and what else? It's accessible. The private. Oh no, the public transportation is just very easy.
Very cheap.
Yes, cheap. Yes.
So, how about disadvantages, if there's any?
Oh, what about the flood?
Oh my goodness,
It's
Manila.
just yes, with a not that heavy rain, see the flood, and I couldn't go to my school
Because
there's
of
a
the
flood. I couldn't go somewhere else because of it. So my responsibilities have to be hanged for a while because
So
of that.
difficult. So, for my last question, during your free time, what are you doing, or how do you spend your
How
time?
do I spend my free time? Oh.
Are you using it wisely, or you just rest and it's because it's your free day? It's time for you to rest. So
Well, with the kind of nature that I have with work and studies, I don't have much time to spend it for myself. But then, if I have the spare time, or I must say that it's a very good holiday for me. I take a good rest and I sleep. Then later on, I
you proceed
browse.
to work.
I
Your
browse
work
the internet just for some informations to read.
to unwind.
Yes, Facebooking.
Yes.
Well, but not that much because I just open it for a while and then sign it out. And well, I read books. I read the
To help you.
Bible. Oh yes, and something like that. But if I have the time to go out and be with my friends, I do it as well.
You have to socialize.
Yes, I also need to socialize.
So, thank you. That's it. Thank
Oh,
you for
yes, you're very
again lending your time. It's so nice to have an interview with you. You're a great person.
Oh, thank you very
Have a
much.
nice day
You
and God
too.
bless.
God bless you. Boing, boing, boing.